Hello, welcome to 2020
Hi.
Vision. I'm Julian.
I am Alex.
We are your hosts for 2020 Vision. And we're super excited to have this new podcast
On Bank Street Live.
So the first thing we want to do to kind of start off this podcast is go over all the candidates for the 2020 election.
Which is one of the most crowded fields of all time. There is... Closer. All right. There are twice the number of people running as there are the number of people who have walked on the moon, which is just a little fun fact.
Yeah.
And it's a very crowded field.
You can't really have a podcast without fun facts.
You can have a podcast without fun facts.
So we're just going to go through the candidates. We're just going to name them and what they do in our U.S. government. So, Alex, you want to hit us off with the big one?
Sure. In the lead right now, we have Joe Biden, the former vice president under the Obama administration.
We have Bernie Sanders, who ran in 2016. He is a senator from Vermont. And we also have
Pete Buttigieg, who has emerged as a dark horse in this election. He is openly gay, and he is the current mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
We have Kamala Harris, who is a senator from California.
We have Elizabeth Warren, who is a senator from Massachusetts.
We have Beto O'Rourke, who ran in the 2018 Texas election for Senate, and he is a former representative in Texas.
You have Cory Booker as well. Cory Booker is a senator from New Jersey.
We have Amy Klobuchar, who is a senator from Minnesota.
Donald Trump, who you all know who Donald Trump is, the current president of the United States. In addition, you have Michael Bennet, a senator from Colorado.
Julian Castro, former U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development under Obama.
Gotta love that name. John Delaney, who has been campaigning for a very long time now.
2017,
just 6 months after Donald Trump announced that he would be running for re-election. He is a former rep from Maryland.
We have Tulsi Gabbard. She is a representative from Hawaii and former soldier.
You're going to have to help me with this name.
Kirsten Gillibrand.
She is a U.S. senator from New York.
We have Mike Gravel.
Oh, Mike Gravel.
Who is a former U.S. senator from Alaska, who is the oldest major candidate running that right now, should we even say major, 88 years old. His campaign, we can talk about his campaign later, but Alex is going to go on with the rest of the candidates. That could be a long episode.
You have John Hickenlooper, the former governor of Colorado.
Jay Inslee, the governor of Washington right now.
Wayne Misam, I believe, the mayor of Miramar, Florida.
Seth Moulton, representative from Massachusetts.
Tim Ryan, rep from Ohio.
Eric Swalwell, rep from California. And
the only other Republican in the field, and we will cover Republicans later, Bill Weld, a former governor of Massachusetts.
Weld was also the vice presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party in 2016. And there's Marianne Williamson, who is an author and lecturer.
And you also have, in conclusion, Andrew Yang, who is an entrepreneur and author from New York, who has become favorite of the internet now. Trevor Noah loves him.
So now that we've told you all the main candidates, we want to give you a little sense of what this podcast will be like. So Alex, you want to start this off?
Sure. So we are going to do a lot of statistics, so tuck in, I guess, but we will also be talking about new issues in politics, including generational change, the prosecution of the president, transparency in government, among several other issues. And we're going to be debating about things like, do we need a young president? Do we need a new diverse president? Do we need a woman president? What are we looking for in a president now? All of these things.
And not only are we going to look at the categories, but we're also going to dive into specific candidates. For example, if we were to zoom into Pete Buttigieg, talk about how a candidate who doesn't have as much experience as anybody else is doing quite well in our election, and saying things like he has more experience than the president, which is accurate, which is very accurate.
And you also have debates on what exactly we need in this time of politics. Some candidates are running on staunch, like Jay Inslee, for instance, is a very avid supporter of combating climate change, but some argue that transparency in government and et cetera, is more important. So we're going to be diving into that.
And speaking of debates, we'll also be talking about the debates and who could lead the debates, who would be practicing more for these debates. And then we want to talk about the Republicans as well. We only see that Bill Weld is the only candidate running, but we'll be looking at candidates like John Kasich, Larry Hogan, Jeff Flake, Bob Corker, and talk about how they stand in this election and if they'll even run.
Yeah. So tune in next time, where we will be talking about, do we want to talk about generational change next time?
I think we might. I think we might.
All right.
So thank you for listening to our first episode of 2020 Vision, and we hope that you hear more of our episodes, and we're excited to have a really fun time. So thank you very much.
Thank you.